Hi guys, welcome to Tarot with Neha. So you have three files in front of you, and this is going to be pile one. This is going to be pile two, and this is going to be pile three. Pile one, pile one is the citrine, lime citrine. Pile two is this is Ganesh, Lord Ganesh idol. I believe this is the sunstone. Okay, I hope this is clear. And pile three is black tourmaline crystal bracelet. So think about whatever situation you're going through right now, and with the intention to get the answers that you need to receive right now, think about your situation. Also, before starting the reading, I'd like to mention that things always happen to us for us. It's not like we go through difficult situations so that the universe genuinely wants to punish us, but rather it's more like there's something we're not seeing in the right perspective for us. So in order for us to come to that understanding or come to that awareness, we're having to go through this. Okay, let's start with pile one. Okay, I'll keep this to the side. I've drawn few of the cards. I'll few of them, like specifically the tarot cards and the tea leaf oracle cards. These are remaining to be chosen, which I've kept for later. Okay, then let's start. Let's start with the tarot card first. Why is this situation or this happening to those who've selected pile one? Why is this situation or whatever this is happening to pile one? What is it trying to teach pile one? Okay. Let me keep this here and this on the side. And my candle here. So you have the Hierophant, you have Queen of Wands, you have Five of Wands, you have the Lovers, you have Eight of Pentacles, the Moon, and High Priestess. Okay. Excuse me. Let's pull out your cards as well. You have the Soulmate. You have the Ego Death card. You have Soul Resonance. You have Arrival. And you have Lord Brahma. You have the Heart and Thanatos. I think this is how you pronounce it. Let me let's pull out a few tea leaf oracle cards as well. Then I'll keep these to the side. I don't know why I'm shuffling this way, but let's proceed like this only. Oh my god. The problem with these cards is that the deck is quite huge for my hand and I'm not really able to manage the shuffling process well. You have the Finger. A warning of you of a problem either now or in the near future. You have Dark Woman, dealings or relationships with a woman with dark complexion or hair. You have Ant, work, achievement, success. You have Beetle, good fortune, and you have Money Path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. So why is this happening to you? By one. The first card of Hierophant itself kind of makes me feel like this is relating to a relationship that is based on existing cultural or religious structures. Okay, so this might be a typical husband-wife dynamic where the husband is the provider and the wife is the caretaker of the home. Okay, and somewhere I feel there has been a presence of some kind of conflict here. And so you guys are faced with a choice. Okay, let me rephrase it. Okay, somewhere I feel your situation, whatever you are inquiring about, has to do with your marriage situation, and probably you did try to work on it with, like with a lot of effort. Like a lot of effort was put into working on your marriage. However, I do feel that there has been the involvement of a female. Um, this might either be, like saying some kind of interferences by someone third to you, like a third party. Not necessarily, I'm not implying that your spouse has been cheating. That may also be a case in the extreme sense. But however, I do feel that there has been outside influences, and this I feel has to do with a person who's a more in their feminine energies, and she's represented by the Queen of Wands. I also feel that this, like the presence of the Queen of Wands while you were in a relationship with your person was there for quite some time, and perhaps you were unaware of it. Again, due to that, there has been a lot of conflict in the relationship, and this has been in ways very, sneakily done kind of a way. I kind of feel it like a lot of deception has been involved, a lot of underhanded behavior, a lot of deceptive ways were like it was there. Okay. However, now this is a situation, and now you're faced with a choice. So the Lover's card essentially means following your heart, and like whenever it comes up, it speaks of important soulmate relationships mostly. However, given your rest of the cards that have come up, I kind of feel like you love this person, and you would fight for that person also. That is there, but is the person equally invested in you as you are? Will the person also fight for the relationship as much as you would? You have to see whether the person is standing on the same um, ground as you. So somewhere I feel that this has been shaken up. Again, you have the heart and the Thanatos card. The heart always speaks of like, coming from a place of heart, coming from a place of love, and doing everything. And sometimes that love is something that, like when we are someone who's loving, we tend to love the other person more and like love ourselves less. So it's like saying, probably it comes from some kind of a trauma response behavior. However, because it is paired with this card, I kind of there has been a death to the relationship. Well, by that I mean that things are not as before, and the dynamic has big time changed because of the interference of this person outside of the relationship. And now you're faced with the choice where you have to make a decision whether to stay with this person or try to move on to put an end to the situation. Like, because I don't think it is doing you any favor, okay? Again, you've got the soulmate cards also. This speaks of, although the card is of soulmate, this speaks of following your heart, okay? Like sometimes, I would say the mainstream media and our culture also, we associate so much meaning to life, or so much we think a lot of value is added to our life when we are in romantic relationships or where we are pursued romantically by another person. But this whole storyline somewhere undermines the fact that we ourselves need to love ourselves first. We are our own soulmates first, and then we can be somebody else's soulmate also. So maybe when it comes to your self-love thing, there has been some kind of a lack in that area. So perhaps this entire situation is happening to you. This card also speaks of doing things like whenever you're faced with a choice, you are asked to, or you are advised to do things from a place where it feels expansive for your heart and not restrictive. Okay, not like you are having to fit into somebody else's definition of how you should be like, or what you should be doing like, or what it means to um, play the role that you're supposed to be playing. That is for you to define. That is for you to give it a shape. That is for you to implement, right? So if you're not given that agency or that feeling of empowerment to decide how you would do it and when you would do it and in what ways you would do it, then I don't think that would really be something that would be of some sort of fairness to you, or any which ways it would not be fair to you. It would not be just for you, right? Because essentially that means you are not being yourself authentically. The soulmate card speaks of also a sense of security and safety in yourselves. So if being in this relationship is giving you that, I would say go for it. However, because of your cards and the entirety and the meaning in the entirety that I'm getting from it, I do feel that this is not doing you justice. So it's better for you to let this thing die. If this is a situation, if this is a relationship that is not giving you that sense of security, safety, that soul resonance. Although you have these cards, you also have the first card you've gotten is the ego death. So ego death is like whatever, our mind has been, our mind, like growing up, when, like, since we're children to the point where we become young adults, a lot of conditioning is imposed to us by way of our parents' expectations or the expectations of the people around us or society at large. Now, ego that, and like based on that, we think that this is the person, or yeah, we literally think that this is the person I'm supposed to be. So, and we accordingly try to make our lives in that way. Like if that person is, say, a doctor, we'll try to study to become a doctor. If that person is, say, someone who was very fit, you would be constantly trying to be fit, to lead a healthy lifestyle. If that person is a lawyer, you would be doing that. If that person is someone who's very um, neatly or nicely put all the time, you would be want to be that. But that is based on what others have projected onto you, right? Not because it's not based on what you've wanted, but like your innermost selves has wanted. So now you are faced at this position where whatever false projections or wrong conditioning that had been imposed on you, based on which you've taken all the decisions in your life so far, the wrong conditioning is like falling apart now. So you are able to see who you are on the soul level, who you are in the most bare, in the most vulnerable state. Okay, it has nothing to do with what others have imposed on you or what they have projected onto you. Also, the card of arrival and Lord Brahma, it kind of makes me feel the same thing, because Lord Brahma is the god or Bhagwan who is the what do you call, creator, right? So in the Holy Trinity of Hindu gods, there are three gods. Lord Brahma, who's the creator, Lord Vishnu, who's the maintainer or the sustainer, and Lord Shiva, who's the destroyer. Now, when these three forces come together, the main what do you call, force, or which we call Mother Nature, I feel that is what I've learned in a few of the things I've read or like heard of. So Lord Brahma is the creator. I feel at this point of time, whatever has happened so that you are able to destroy whatever is not you, so that you can come to a point where, so that you can arrive at a point where you are able to create the life that is genuinely authentic to you, that is genuinely best fit for you. I also see that in your tea leaf oracle cards, I kind of see, because there's a finger pointing at you, so probably this will is indicative of some sort of accusation or something, or problem in now or in the near future. So this situation may have happened to you already, or like the entire situation may have been done with already, or you may be in the midst of it. So probably a younger woman would be accusing you of things. Okay. Also, so in this, also what I want to add is whatever the other person does is based on their internal world, their understanding, based on how they've seen the world, how their experience of the world has been so far, right? So if you know in your heart that you're not that person, then you would not be as affected if the person is, even if the person is saying things that are really bad to hear about oneself. So in that situation, as long as you know who you are, it will not affect what others really say. However, if whatever the other person is affecting you, that perhaps you also somewhere believe that you are that. Now, whenever you are in that situation, what you need to do is try to go into your heart and try to understand what part of you, or what is the underlying reason why you would believe in something so negative about yourselves. So there has to be a trauma as the underlying basis. Okay, maybe perhaps due to certain fears, or due to not getting the validation you needed when you were a kid, you kind of believe in that. But is that really the truth? Now you sit on it and try to analyze if there's really any truth to the situation, or it's just something that was projected to you when you were a kid and when you did not know any better. Okay, pile one. Also, your work is highlighted, and perhaps you will be working on perhaps it's also saying that this situation is happening for you so that you work on yourselves more before you decide to come together with another person. You build yourselves in such a way that, like having another person is a plus one, rather than, it's not something that's what you call, um, there's this word, right, which says codependent relationships, so that you would not attract to codependent relationships in your life in the future. You build on yourselves, you build your financial security, you build a life that is fully abundant and wholesome for yourselves. And when you're in such a energy, when you're in such a vibration, then you would automatically attract someone who's similar, and you would automatically attract someone who would be able to do justice to you and to the relationship as well, and to themselves as well. So there's no essence of having a codependent relationship where it kind of turns toxic, because you want that person in your life for your survival, more in that sense, rather than, you want that person in your life so that you get certain things out of that person, basically, rather than wanting that person purely because you enjoy their company. So it's that. It's also saying, I also kind of feel that because you'll be coming out of this relationship soon, so you are advised to um, channel your creativity, your creator energy, whatever energy you were pouring into this relationship, into your work. And if you start doing that, it also shows that you are headed towards a lot of success, a lot of good fortune, and a lot of money ahead in your path. Okay, pile one. I hope you've gotten the answers that you have been seeking. However, because I do love this Chakra Wisdom Oracle card deck, I would like to read this out to you guys so that you get any additional message that's there. Okay, I feel this will really help you out. And this card has been coming up a couple of times already for me in my readings, such readings. So the at a glance, the meaning of this card of soulmate says that this is the soulmate card, Rose Without Thorns. This card indicates changing old communication patterns and being open to new way of interacting. You may no longer be able to have conversations that don't sustain your authenticity. Freedom lies ahead, better than you can imagine. The legend says it is time for him to leave her again, to use the script he always does at this point. He even knows her next line. She will say, "How can you do this to me?" But unexpectedly, she says, "I love you." The words of the script die on his tongue. He struggles to get them out, just a few words, and he will be free, but they won't come. Suddenly, he clasps her to him. He loves her. This is the true freedom he sought. See, if yours is a toxic situation and this does not apply to you, okay, please take this as it resonates. The inspiration that we are sought to seek from this card is to enjoy the beauty of a rose. We must risk being pricked by our inner thorns. This offers a new way to live. The best incentive to change is love. What truth am I embracing? The card indicates no longer living a lie. Key ideas are speaking your truth, choosing love, freedom through transformation, resistance to commitment, an unexpected outcome, new truth, authenticity, treasure, trust. So essentially, this card, again, I'd like to clarify one more time. I feel this is not a healthy situation, okay? And if that is the case, if this is a toxic situation, it's saying honor yourselves first. It's saying communicate to yourselves in a different way. It's saying love yourselves more. It's saying do whatever feels the most genuine and authentic to you, despite whatever it might look like on the outside. Despite whatever, like the number of people you might actually end up disappointing, or in that sense, is about to say pissed off. I don't know if that word is okay to be used in the video for YouTube. Anyways, yeah, this was your reading, pile one. I hope you've gotten your answers, and I wish you all the best. And please understand that whatever we go through in life is never to punish us, but rather these are like set of lessons which help us grow, okay, as souls, as human beings, to make us more grounded, to make us more real, to make us more authentic, and to make us people who genuinely are loving people and who find joy in just living and in just existing. Okay, so that was your reading. Now we're heading on to pile two now. Just like keep these cards to the side. Welcome to your reading, pile two. Let's see why you're going through whatever you're going through right now. Why is this happening to pile twos? Why is this happening to pile two? Why is this happening to pile 2? Why is this happening to pile 2? Too many cards. Okay. I'll also get some telephorical decks, deck cards. Okay. For this, because the deck is quite loose, I'll be shuffling and then spreading it out. My hands are quite small for the deck, and I think this deck is quite big for most of us, not just me. I'm taking this. Okay, Paidu, your reading starts now. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say. You have the Nine of Wands. You have the Lovers again. I mean again because it had come in pile 1 also. You had the Six of Swords. You had Six of Pentacles, Death, and Queen of Cups. Okay. Your Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards are the cards of grief and perfection. And your archetype, pocket archetype, is the medallion, the siren, the box. You have the Seiki symbol, you have the Chokure symbol, you have angel numbers, and you have divine masculine. Your tea leaf cards are chair filled, someone new is entering your life, egg, success assured with good plans and hard work, chair empty, someone is leaving your life, rainbow, the most difficult part of a situation is over, happiness, and bread, period of prosperity and abundance. Okay. Let's start your reading. Why is this happening to pile 2? So right away, I do see a need for emotional healing, okay? And also, I kind of feel the universe is supporting you in this. You might be getting angel numbers. You might be randomly spotting repeating numbers, either in number plates or when you look up at the clock or on the timing or whatever, such places. So look up, like find out what, try to Google the numbers and what they mean. Also, like if it's the same digit that's repeating, try to see, like if you have any idea about astrology, please, I'm aware that there are certain basic charts on the internet, like say first house represents ourselves, our ascendant represents who we are, how we show up in the world and all that. And seventh house is about our partnerships, contracts and all that. So if you see 111, then maybe it means to something to do with your sense of identity. If you see 777 or 4 times 7, then probably it means your relationships, your contracts, in that sense. So I also feel that you are going through some kind of a death-like of a situation. So whenever the card of tarot, like death comes up, death card in tarot comes up, it always represents death and rebirth. Okay, so this essentially means that a certain part of our life, for example, or a certain role that we were playing, or a certain so basically the end to that has come, so that we're able to embrace a different role going forward. Okay. And you have the grief and the perfection card. So I kind of feel maybe you've like lost something which meant a lot to you. I kind of feel this was, let me just draw, okay? I kind of don't get exactly what you've lost. Like, what is that situation about? Like, I do feel it's relating to relationships, but however, I want to get one more card. Yeah, so 10 of Swords. There has been an ending that was very painful, and it was very dramatic as well. Okay, so dramatic as well, and you did everything in your power to try to make that situation work. Okay, everything in your power, and now it's almost like your energy has been drained to such an extent that you're like, I just can't take it anymore, and I've already hit the rock bottom. So you're just waiting, probably, or maybe because of this, you are being faced with a choice, and the choice is to whether you choose to continue and suffer, or you choose to put an end to it and move on, like carry on. Obviously, there's a lot of grief and hurt that you've had in your heart that you while you're like trying to move on from it. So the Six of Pentacles here kind of makes me feel maybe there this is also to kind of like bring fairness and balance to the situation, or perhaps I don't know, somewhere I'm getting the Justice card from this also, because Justice also has the scales and the card of Libra, and right. So I kind of feel maybe this may be a marriage or a divorce situation. Okay, so probably you'll also end up getting some monetary help while you move on in your life ahead. If this could be alimony, like amount, or if not a divorce situation, then perhaps I feel that once you choose to move ahead in your life, a situation will come where you'll be supported financially, or maybe you'll start earning better. That is also there. Somewhere I kind of feel you were Paidu that the need to have things exactly in the way you've envisioned was so important to you, and kind of like you exactly wanted that picture perfect lifestyle for you, that picture perfect relationship for you. Perhaps your idealism was totally like based on perfection. Okay, and somewhere because you tried so hard to achieve it, you were kind of like being blinded to what was in your waking life. Okay, and because perhaps this can also be you, maybe perhaps you try to be the perfect partner, perfect girlfriend, perfect spouse, perfect child, perfect parent, but in that very process you kind of like that idea of perfection was so important to you that you were not really grounded in the reality. Okay, maybe like somewhere you do have like wounds relating to your masculine energies. Okay, so generally someone who's said to be in their healthy masculine is someone who believes in their ability to handle any kind of a situation, to do anything, to take like life as it comes, and do whatever it takes to like protect, to nurture also. Okay, and because of your need to be this perfect person versus what your reality is, it has kind of like ripped your heart apart. Okay, and this is something that's like you're deeply wounded by. Literally the ending was like is represented by the 10 of swords. So it's like when you're stabbing someone, one stab is enough, right? But it's like you're stabbing the person like 10 times more in that sense. I'm not sorry guys, a disclaimer, I'm not saying it's okay to stab anyone. It was just an example, and please don't do that. And also, like, if you really need to be doing that, one blow is enough, and 10 is like a lot and too much and too dramatic also. So your ending was something of that sort. So there's no going back, and you're totally wounded and you're like literally dead in that sense. But this is more like metaphorical death. And so the person you were before that situation happened was a different person, and now the person you are being pushed by the universe to become is going to be a completely different person. Okay, the person the universe is pushing you to be is the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Cups is someone who is emotionally mature. She just does not like look after her emotional needs and emotional well-being, but she also ensures that everybody around her also believes in the same kind of a thing. Okay, she also nurtures emotional healthy emotional what do you call body, or healthy emotions of others as well. And she will not tolerate anyone being toxic to her, because she stands for that, and she's a very strong lady. She's emotionally mature, plus she nurtures emotional stability in herself and also in others. So I feel the universe is pushing you to become such a person, rather than, and also someone who's very vulnerable also. Okay, so who's real, who does not like who's not afraid of showing her emotions. While when you're like chasing the idea of perfection, you would try to deny your emotions, or deny like whatever you're feeling, because the idea of perfection is what is your the real thing for you, right? I kind of feel, because like whatever you're going through, the grief is also because you've not like grieved enough, maybe. So if you're in denial of your emotions, it's like saying the lump will keep on being there. But once you accept that the lump is there, then maybe you will try to do something to fix it, right? Yeah, so this situation, this is what is happening. Yeah, so again, guys, again, the archetype cards are also giving me the same idea. The box speaks of structures. The siren speaks of being, this is more like the devil card in tarot. It's like, you're like lusting over something so badly. You're like lured by something so badly that you just can't see anything apart from that. And the medallion speaks of gifts, of like getting things from other people, which is like, which has two sides to it. One is you actually receive material riches, but on the other side, it's like the reason why the person is giving you those material objects is because that person also expects you to be doing certain things in the way they expect from you. So more like it's creating a what do you call? It's creating change for you. It's like you're no longer able to live a carefree or a like baggage less life. Okay, you're like kind of carrying a baggage because somebody else wants you to, more in that sense. Again, pile two, I get this message so many times for you. I feel whatever is happening to you is to break apart whatever ill or wounded conditioning was imposed on you by others. And the idea of perfection itself is a very toxic and trauma based thing, right? Because real is perfect. It's not like authentic is perfect in that sense, right? And if you would say I have to be perfect all the time, then you would keep on denying what you're feeling. You would like keep on denying your authenticity. You would keep on denying and dismissing your emotions. So it's like saying you would be your own biggest gaslighter, because the universe wants you to be completely out of this shackle that you've put yourselves in. This situation is happening to you. This is what I'm getting. Let's see your tea leaf oracle deck cards. So the irony is you've got the chair filled and the chair empty both, right? So I also get the same feeling that, again, this might be either saying that this person that you were in the past, who was so much changed with the conditioning that was wrong, or by the structures that others had imposed on you, this person is leaving out of your life so that a new version of yourselves can come into your life. That is one of the meanings I'm getting from this card. And another meaning is I genuinely feel if there had been someone, like if this was a love situation, then the old person is leaving so that a new better person can come into your life, so that somebody who can actually do justice to you can come into your life. Unless you let go of the old person, you will not be able to create space for the new person, so they will never really come, right? More in that sense. You also have the most difficult part of the situation is over. I don't think I have to elaborate much on that. You also have happiness and success assured with good plans and hard work, which is the egg card, and the bread card, which says period of prosperity and abundance. So again, guys, the Queen of Cups, the moment I read period of prosperity and abundance, the Queen of Cups, she is someone who is emotionally abundant, okay? She is very in tune with her emotions, with her intuitive abilities, with her psychic abilities. She knows, she feels, she can read someone very well. She can read the emotions of the room very well. She is connected to her intuition, to her emotions on the most deepest level. So if somebody asks her to deny that, she will never be able to do that, She won't be, because she's so grounded and she's so connected to her authenticity that to her, not to be that is like next to impossible. Perhaps impossible only. And whenever you operate from a place of openness in your heart, place of, like once you grieve, you like grieve totally and properly, you come to a place of acceptance. You accept that whatever had happened, even while you went through it, was very difficult. It was there to teach you something, and perhaps the lesson you've learned now. And now, because you've learned the lesson, it's time for you to like kind of go one step ahead. And whenever you were asked to go one step ahead, it's like you have to operate from a place of heart where the hurt or the pain was never a thing that happened to you. You are so open, you are so inviting, you are so accepting, and you are so grounded as well in the reality, that you know when, if you are facing some situation or some person who you know is not good for you or right for you, or is kind of a person who represents someone from your past, which would essentially mean you are about to repeat the same kind of a pattern, you would be able to easily walk away from that also, because you honor your emotions, you know, you honor yourselves. Okay. And the moment you start operating from a place of heart, from a place of unconditional love, you also start attracting abundant things for yourself, everything in abundance, because emotion is energy, right? And what is energy in another way? It's material riches. It's also energy. It's like it enables you to do so many things, and the lack of it does not let you do so many things. So it's almost like you can say money is energy, right? Yeah. So you are headed towards better times, pile 2. Only one thing I would say is please heal your emotions. Please try to face your fears, face your grief, acknowledge it, accept it, and give yourselves the grace and the unconditional love. Okay? Like, don't be so harsh on yourselves. Yes, this happened. It happened for a reason. You may not understand the reason right now, in the here and now, but you will definitely understand the reason why all this had to happen. Maybe in 5 years from now, or like 10 years from now. Okay, pile 2, and you are definitely headed towards better times. This situation was not doing justice to you, so the universe decided to take you out from the situation and prepare you in such a way where you will be put into a situation which genuinely does you justice in the future. This was your message, pile 2. I hope this gives you some hope, some faith, some acceptance, some grace, and some love, so that you genuinely are able to operate from a place of your heart and from a place of unconditional love. Love you guys. See you next time. Hi, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. I had already shuffled and gotten these cards out of certain 3 decks. Really, one is something I've made, and one is from the Pocket Archetype deck, and another is from the Chakra Wisdom Oracle deck. I'll be shuffling and pulling out cards, tarot cards for you right now. Let's see, why is this happening to pile 3? Your spirit, please let us know, why is this happening to pile 3? Why is this happening to pile 3? I pulled out a couple of cards for you. I'll also be taking a few of the Tea Leaf Oracle cards. I've shuffled and put the entire deck right in front of you. I also want to take one of the purple cards, so let's take this and this also. And this also. Okay, pile 3. Let's see, why is this happening to you? Wait a sec. Okay, so this was reversed. I generally don't read reversals. So you have the Four of Wands, you have the Three of Cups, the King of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, Strength, and Two of Pentacles. You have the Faith card. Okay, you have the card which says renewal or regeneration, love, heart, affection, solar plexus chakra, soulmate, and listen to your intuition. Okay, so your pocket archetype decks are the Castle, the Sustainer, and the Fault Line. Your Tea Leaf Oracle decks are, you have the Camel, persevere and you will overcome problems. You have Butterfly, a change for the better. You have Forest, muddled, unclear thinking. You have Older Woman, dealings or relationship with an older woman. And I hope it's visible on your video. I'll be keeping it here. You have November, the month of November, and you have Lobster, financial pinch. Okay. Four of Wands. Give me a few moments, okay, guys? I want to see, like, I'm kind of getting a certain idea about your reading, but I want to see I want to read the faith card once out to you guys, and then we'll carry on later. So the faith card is pertaining to the color purple, which means it has to do with your third eye chakra, and this represents seeing the unseen or believing in whatever is not there in the 3D already. Okay, so somewhere it's also like saying that your faith or your belief about something is so strong, and your faith is also like real, but the evidence of it is not already out there in your physical reality. Okay, so the faith card speaks of we all are like the at a glance this card says we all are wounded. Some wounds are recognized easily while others are not. Forge ahead and do not allow your pain to hold you back. You are meant to inspire others, and if you do not carry on, they will suffer. It is time to deliver your message. The legend speaks of the legend says Peggy is terrified. She can't see past the wall in front of her, and it is preventing her from moving forward. She cries out for help. The great spirits appear and tell her that she is holding a royal purple brick, thinking it is a wall. They encourage her to place the brick back on the path and ask her not to give up on life. Peggy lowers the brick to the ground and courageously steps forward. Her future lights up. Inspiration from this card is what frightens you is something much smaller than you know. If you are experiencing pain, holding on tighter will only worsen the situation. The greatness awaits. Your greatness awaits. Your personal inquiry question should be I have a tremendous amount of personal magnetism. Am I willing to allow myself to shine? Yeah. Okay, pile 3. What I get is you are a part of a community, okay, which and like you've kind of fit into the community, but like you've like molded into the needs of the people in the group, which may be a family or may literally be a group of friends or your office perhaps or your friend circle or your colleagues or whatever. You might have like molded yourselves in such ways that you somehow fit in there, okay, not because it was your natural tendency or that is something that was very authentic of you, but somehow you kind of made yourself fit into a situation where clearly you understood and you knew you were not a fit. And because of that, I feel being associated with this group kind of gave you a lot of richness materially, or perhaps your life or your lifestyle seemed to be the kind that everybody would want or envy, okay? However, it kind of like I feel burdened you in a way, and whatever role you were playing so far, you kind of sustained or you kind of held together everybody and everyone. And now if you say that, okay, I don't want to be a part of this anymore, then that would be a huge shakeup for everybody else also, right? That would kind of let the structure crumble down. And you are realizing this, or perhaps you are already in this situation or this has already happened. You are realizing that the community that you are trying to fit in or trying to be a part of and have worked so hard to be a part of, it genuinely does not feel like the right fit for you. And kind of, I also feel that because of your association to this community or group, you were given a lot of financial assistance, material riches, and abundance. Or perhaps you being there, you were being a provider to these people. But I feel it was more of the former than the latter. However, something has come up. This has shaken up your world. And this was kind of like done by the universe itself, because the Wheel of Fortune card has come up here. And it's saying that your destiny has been changing, or either it has changed. And it's asking you to take a stand for your, whatever means stability, security, finding your people means for you, to go for that. And this genuinely will lead to certain shakeups. Maybe you'll end up making enemies with the very people you were like really good terms with before. Okay. However, in this situation, you are maybe asked to like disassociate with such a group. And initially, maybe this is going to be difficult for you because, again, your finances are expected to be affected. However, the universe is also saying that keep faith. This situation is difficult, definitely, but stand up for your beliefs and like try to face your fears in a very courageous yet graceful way. Don't. Yeah, I know you're scared, but the universe is saying, I know you are scared, but this is for your best. And it's also saying that Let your actions, let your thoughts, let everything that you do or don't do be driven by a graceful acceptance of the situation. Initially, it's also saying that because you'll be coming out of this group, you'll kind of have to be doing multiple odd jobs, or like have to juggle a lot between various tasks, have to like because you'll be heading out on your own perhaps, so you'll have to take care of many responsibilities at once, which were probably previously, if somebody like one of your tasks you were not having to do because somebody else was like taking care of it previously for you. But now, because you are put in such a situation where you'll have to do everything on your own, there'll be some time where you will have to juggle between the various responsibilities which demand your equal attention. Okay. Yeah, so, and like this card said, that whatever you're feeling is a big wall in front of you, this is just a stepping stone. So you have to keep faith that this is the path you're supposed to be following, this is the path you're supposed to be walking on, because whatever or wherever you were was not doing justice to your capability or your authenticity. Okay. So yeah, this card, you have the solar plexus chakra card over here. This also speaks of your confidence in your abilities or your sense of self, and also like somewhere like we say gut instinct, right? So our gut is also in the solar plexus chakra area. So it is also speaks. This also speaks of your intuitive abilities guiding you in the best possible way, and to maybe pay attention to your intuition more rather than whatever seems to be logical or rational in the moment. Perhaps you coming out of this situation will also let you help you out to be able to find out your soulmate. Okay. Again, you do have the card of renewal or regeneration also. So this is saying that this is a time period of renewal or regeneration, also of your heart space and whatever or whoever you love. And like maybe in this entire process there will be someone who'll help you out, and then maybe, or like by doing this shake up, in a way you actually understand or realize that who genuinely was your person and who was just putting up a facade, like just being nice to you on the face but didn't really have your best interest in their heart. They were just kind of like using you, because it benefited them, or like you doing certain things for them was like a convenience for them. So because of that, they were like putting up a face or like just showing you that they are nice to you or good to you. Okay, and this is genuinely a testing time for you. I do see that. So your best thing to do in this position is to never let your fears overpower your faith, one, and two, listen to your intuition. Again, because you have the third eye chakra also, you will be getting signs and signals and all that from your spirit guides or the world around you. Also, you have the camel card, which says persevere and you will overcome problems, and this is a change for the better. The butterfly card says the same thing. Forest, this is muddled unclear thinking. So if you have been having anxiety, or your thoughts are cluttered, like too many fears coming up, like too many things you think of, try to calm down. Maybe take a quick shower. You don't have to like wash your from the head down, like apart from the headspace, the rest of the body. Take a quick shower, maybe go out and spend some time in nature, go for a walk, try walking barefoot on the grass. All this really helps. This helps you ground yourselves to be more present in your body and to be less present on your mind, or to be, not overthinking more in that sense. Dealings or relationship with an older woman, and financial pinch. Maybe you're breaking out of your why is this older woman here? Is this your mother you're going against? Or like, is this your mother who's like providing you the financial security? So breaking out of her control would kind of be putting you out there in the open, and then you'd have to do everything on your own. So again, you do have the card of financial pinch. Like I said, the sense of security which you were getting by being associated with the wrong people for you is going to be crumbling down, because so that you are able to find the right people or the right community or the right home space for you. Okay, this is going to be difficult initially, but it is going to be working out for you. So the cards are not telling me like much detail, rather like after this transitionary period, but the month of November is highlighted. So I feel perhaps a certain turnaround will happen by or in the month of November this year, or whenever you're watching the reading, really the like next November, or Yeah, more in that sense. I'm also getting the number 11. This could mean 11 weeks, 11 days, or whatever represents 11 to you. It kind of also represents to me duality. Okay, so it could be like, if I feel like, if this disruption or this bad phase in your life had commenced in spring, maybe what is the opposite of spring? It's like autumn, right? Or like fall season. So I feel maybe in the next or upcoming fall season, or um, yeah, your fortunes would be changing. You will be coming into a better position, like in terms of your security, sense of security, finances, and abundance. If this happened in summer, maybe in winters, more in that sense. Okay, pile three. Uh, I did read this out to you. I somehow feel I should be like taking up more cards for you, but I don't know which deck to use. Like I kind of have this feeling that I'm not getting the entire message here. Let's pull out further a couple more tarot cards for you. What else is there? Please let us know. What else would pile 3 benefit from knowing, dear spirit? Please let us know regarding whatever is happening to them. It's a magician and 9 of swords and king of swords. Yeah, so this card is telling me, letting me know that you have everything at your disposal to be manifesting the life that you want. And for that, don't let your fears get the best of you, or make you feel you're so weak. Take back your power. Use your intellect, your intelligence, your mind very wisely. It's telling you to not let your nature to worry consume you totally. Maybe if a thought of fearful thought crops up in your head, try to analyze how rational that is, thought is, how real that thought is, what is the possibility of it happening, or what is the possibility of it not happening. Or don't even do that, because that would essentially mean you're worrying more, right? You're being too much on your head, in your head. I would advise by you guys to try meditating, because you have the third eye chakra here. So it means the moment you calm your mind down, the moment you let the muddy waters become calm, you will get your answers yourself. So every time you're worrying, please try to cut through the worry and try to really see if it's something that you should really think of or think about, or if it's something that's coming from a place of fear. If you know that something is coming from a place of fear, then do something that would instill your faith in your abilities and your faith in your whatever god, or if you believe in the universe or any particular deity, or you know put your faith in that particular deity or god or bhagwan or Jesus or Allah or whatever religion you follow, on him, and ask him, surrender, basically surrender, and ask him or her to show you the way. I kind of feel you are suffering more because you are thinking about it a lot. It's maybe you'd have suffered only 10% of it had you not given so much power to your fears. It's making you suffer 100% rather than just 10%. The 90% of it is only because of your overthinking tendencies. Okay, pile 3. I think this was your message. Because I'm not getting too many cards to give you further clarity. So I kind of feel this is kind of your journey to awakening to your power, to your strength, to see, how strong of a person you are. Yeah, to build your confidence in yourselves and your abilities. Okay, to see that you can single-handedly manage everything, and you're not a fragile or a frail person that even anything or even a very thing could knock you out. You're not that kind of a person. I kind of feel this entire situation is happening to you so that you learn to believe in yourselves more, so that you learn and you are confident in your abilities, in your goodness of your heart, in the goodness of your heart, in your intuitive abilities and your self-concept, and for your self-concept to be very healthy. I feel this is why whatever is happening to you. Because unless you do that, you will consistently find yourselves in places where people will try to take advantage of your skills, of your like of the fact that you are a good human being, of the fact that you genuinely operate from a place of unconditional love for everybody else apart, like rather than yourself in that sense. So your self-love quotient seems to be a bit weak for me. And I feel this is exactly what your reading is saying. You need to build on your confidence. You need to believe in yourselves more. That's why the universe is putting you in situations where you have to break out of situations to fall back on yourselves more. Okay, pile 3, this was your reading. And in this entire process, whatever you'll be doing, you'll also be giving kind of be a source of inspiration and courage to other people who kind of are not able to find that in themselves. The fourth line shows me this, that whatever you're doing is like, if there has been a structure before, that structure is cracking up, or that structure is falling apart because you are deciding to speak up for yourself. Because essentially, if that is something which is happening, that means the structure was never built for the benefit of all, right? Kind of says that the structure was built to benefit probably a part of the people who were a part of the structure, and at the expense of the other people who were also a part of the structure. But maybe certain people had this, were operating from a place of entitlement, while the rest of the people were operating from a place of low self-esteem. So like, I believe in the idea of duality so much that I feel whenever there are people whose sense of self concept is weak, who are like, whose self-esteem is low, or they're like underconfident, such people will always be combined or like come together with such people whose self-concept is too high, is like inflated confidence or overconfidence, so that an equilibrium will be made. So that's how, when you're put in such situations, you realize that, okay, no, I'm worth so much more, and I'm like kind of being underhanded, or like I'm kind of undermining my own potential. So that ways you would come to a place of equilibrium for yourselves also, and your self-concept would also become better. And in the same process, the person whose ever self-concept was like inflated, that person will also kind of understand, right, that maybe they were just being too entitled or too overconfident. I think this was the reading, pile 3. I will not want to elongate the video longer. I hope you've gotten your message, and I hope this reading helps you out. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you like my videos. See you next time. Bye.